Welcome back to the Skate a Day Challenge, Skate Besties. If you're new here, I'm Shishi, aka Bloom, aka your new skate bestie with all the tips and tricks to get you rolling and confident on your roller skates. So day one, we talked about posture and stance, how to stand up on your skates and how to get comfortable and relaxed so that you can move forward. Day two, we talked about actually moving forward and what that looks like. And now for day three, we are going to talk about something very important about your skates, which is why you see I don't have mine on yet. We are going to talk about your edges. That's probably a term you hear a lot, and you may quite not understand it just yet. So before we get laced up, I want to show you a little bit more about it. So you got your brand new skates, you took them out of the box, and you saw my previous video about what to do when you take them out of the box, which involves loosening up your wheels and your trucks. So to loosen up your wheels, remember I mentioned that you have to loosen up this axle nut, maybe about a quarter turn every time until you get that just right roll. That's a really good roll. And then also to loosen up your trucks, which is this little piece right here that goes from wheel to wheel, you have two of them. And attached to your trucks is this bolt back here and also your cushions. So there you have it. There's your truck, there's your cushions, there's your axle. But we're going to focus right now on the trucks and how to loosen them. Remember I said in one of my previous videos that you're going to have to loosen up this bolt right here. And what that's going to do is that's going to give this metal piece some play to go either left or right. And in turn, that's going to allow you to be able to make turns and maneuver and control your skates once you get rolling. One of my skate besties did ask me, is there a such thing as two loose trucks? In my opinion, yes, there is. If this bolt is way too loose, your trucks are going to wobble all over the place and you're not going to have any control over your skates, which could be very dangerous. And again, like I said before, I want everyone to keep their beautiful teeth and I don't want you to go flying off anywhere. So make sure that when you loosen this bolt, make sure that you turn it only a quarter turn counterclockwise until you find your sweet spot that's comfortable for you. It might be a little bit of a tedious process though, because you're going to have to turn it a quarter turn and then go try it and then turn it a quarter turn and try it. I suggest that you do it on both of your skates at the same time so that you can kind of get an idea of where your turns are, so that when you do disassemble your skates and then you put them back together again, you'll kind of have an idea of what you did so that you can get back to your comfortable spot. Okay, enough yapping. Let's talk about what we actually came here to talk about on day three, which is your edges. What you're seeing here is my right skate, and edges are essentially what side of your skate you're going to press on in order to turn. So an inside edge is going to be what's on the inside of your foot, or what I like to consider as towards the center of your body. And what I mean by center is straight down the middle. An outside edge is going to be what's on the outside, away from the center of your body. So looking at this skate, this is my right outside edge, and this is my right inside edge. So on each skate, you actually have four edges. There's your right outer forward edge, which is towards the front of your feet, the front of your skate. There's the right outer back edge. There's the right inner forward edge, which is towards the front again, and the right inner back edge. Showing you on the other side. Left outer forward, left outer back. Essentially what that means is that's where you're going to apply pressure on the inside of your skate when you're skating, and it's going to allow you to turn in a certain direction. So let's get laced up so you can see what that looks like. Okay. We are laced up, we're warmed up, and ready to go. Now, let's talk a little bit more about those edges. Remember how I said your outside edges are on the outside, like away from your body, and the inside edges are on the inside towards the center of your body. So all of your skating is going to be using your edges, no matter what you do, unless you literally go forward like this. And if you're doing that, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. So you're going to have to utilize those edges and activate them so that you can go where you tell your feet to go while you're skating. And what that may look like is, if you're at a rink and you are making left-hand turns, you're going counterclockwise, you're going to want to turn left. Maybe you're not ready to pick your feet up yet. Maybe you want to keep your feet on the ground. How are you going to be able to turn? You're going to have to utilize those edges and a weight shift to be able to turn. So what that looks like on my skates, inside of my skates, my actual feet, my right foot is pressing on the inside of my skate, towards the ball of my foot. My left skate is pressing on the outside towards my pinky toe. That way I'll be able to turn and keep going left. If I was on one foot, let's say your left foot, and you still wanted to be able to make that same type of turn, we're not there yet, I know, but if you are, maybe you're a little bit bored with the beginner series already and you want to challenge yourself, you can try this out. If I'm on my left foot and I still want to make a left turn, you can do that on one foot. You just have to press again on your pinky toe and it'll make you go left. Here's what it looks like. We're gonna squat down and we're just gonna lean on those edges like I said, okay? Another thing that really helps with this is paying attention to your body alignment. You want your body to go in the direction that you're going. Have you ever been driving a car and when you're driving, if you look to your right, your car starts to veer to your right? Kind of the same concept. Your body is going to be like your steering wheel, right? But really it's your feet that are making you go in that direction. So once your feet are good and you've got your feet going where they're supposed to, then you can focus also on your body. If I'm trying to go to my left, I'm going to do a very subtle, not a twist, I'm going to do a very subtle turn as I'm going around, okay? So imagining that I am following a line or a lane like I'm in a car and I'm driving and I'm ready to turn and my body is just going to turn with me and we're going to lean on those edges and we are turning. It's very important that you practice both sides in this and anything else that we do. The best skaters are able to do things on both sides, dominant and non-dominant. Okay, we're going to practice one more time and we're going to go that way this time, which is to my right. If you're ever interested in learning how to be an artistic figure skater, edges are going to rule your life. It might even be the bane of your existence, but all of the best skaters, all of the most experienced skaters utilize these edges and they know what they're doing, their feet know what they're doing, and they make them do it. If you do go to a rink and you notice those circles on the floor, those are called figure circles. Those are what the figure skaters use to trace and control their feet and make their feet go the way they want them to go. If that's something you're interested, let me know, and I can give you a little bit more information about it. I actually skated in a national skating competition last year, and I didn't place, but I did the discipline of figures, and it's actually made me a very well-balanced and a much better skater. The fastest and the easiest way to get better at anything with roller skating is to practice, practice, practice. Make sure that you practice all of these fundamental moves so that you can move on and be able to do all the super cool stuff. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any of the rest of the challenge. We're going to be doing this for a whole month. If you got some skates for Christmas or maybe just as a gift and you want to get out there and you want to practice, this is your place to be. Maybe even share with a friend who's learning too. You got this, bestie. Keep practicing. See you on the skate floor.